How did I finally get unstuck? Finally making some momentum with weight loss. So this whole thing, for the last 2 months, I will say that I had been stuck in a plateau where the scale just would not change. It wouldn't budge. I had to come up with something a little more drastic for those of us that are trying to live more of plant-based eating. I needed to simplify the diet. That's the bottom line. Simplify the diet so I don't have to think about it. I think this can work for you as well. If you try it, it definitely will make sense. I was speaking to my coach and she had mentioned the Mary's Mini diet, McDougall diet. If you read the Starch Solution, for those of you that are new to being plant-based, I would recommend that you do that. Also to take a look at Mary's Mini. So Mary's Mini diet is basically just picking out one starch and picking out a couple of vegetables and that surrounds the rest of your plate. And that's it. You can use condiments like barbecue sauce, no fructose syrup, ketchup is what I would recommend, because barbecue sauce, you have to be careful of a lot of sugar there, or coconut aminos or some soy sauce, something like that. It's okay to use some of these things as long as they don't have oil in it. If this is something you're interested, I would check it out. I've been doing the starch of my choice, which is yellow potatoes. Yellow potatoes, and okay, there was occasions that I did switch off and on to the white potato too, but nevertheless, it was a potato. I've been eating potatoes for the last 2 weeks. I gotta say, maybe in the first 48 hours, right after that, I weighed myself and I had already dropped 2 pounds. Huh? Yeah, I dropped 2 pounds and that's without trying. I still eat my 1 meal a day. On the weekends, I eat 2 meals a day, and all you do is eat the starch. Eat the potatoes, in my case, you eat with vegetables. You will be amazed how much that you start to crave this whole foods because it's good for you. It's a lot of vitamins. Potatoes alone, packed with a lot of vitamins. So you will take something like either rice, beans is also acceptable, again, the potatoes, and look at it from that way and say, what is your favorite? And I would go with that as a beginner, trying to figure out what to do and what to try. It gets difficult, it really does. So I would just go ahead and stick with that one starch, and then the vegetables should be non-starchy vegetables, right? Because it's a low calorie density food. And you will try something like broccoli, spinach, kale. Bok choy is another one of my favorites, and I have some things written down. Cauliflower is good, celery, and asparagus as well. So bell peppers. So these are a lot of things that you can change in and out and get creative there. The bottom line is making your diet boring. Just make it boring. The more you make it boring and you don't have so much variety in the diet, that will keep you from tending to overeat and eating too many calories. As you know, I don't like to count calories, and this is the perfect diet. And you can eat 3 meals a day if you want, and if you're going to snack, you're going to pick the same thing, your one starch and then vegetables with it. Boom, nothing to think about. Other thing about that is you want to prepare. So you want to go out and get your 10 pounds of potatoes. In my case, that's what I did. Make sure that you are batch cooking. If you batch cook, say 3 to 5 days worth of the starch, like if you're doing a big pot of rice, something like that, it'll make your life a lot more easier so you don't have to think about it when you get into the kitchen and try to figure out what you're going to eat. That is probably our worst enemy, is not preparing and not knowing what you want to do. And then when you get in the kitchen, that's when it causes you to go awry and you end up off the diet altogether. Some examples that I'm trying is, I always love my fries, so I've been cooking in the air fryer for most of the week. And it's so easy. Clean up, get in there, cut it up, throw it in, season it. Sometimes I do spray a little bit of my avocado oil spray. Now, I know I'm not supposed to be cooking with oil, but I'm not doing that in a pan or anything like that, but I'm putting it in my air fryer just to give it a little spritz so it can get a little crispier on the outside but moist on the inside, because that's what we consider a wet starch. And wet starches are good for you because it contains a lot of water. So high water content food you should be choosing as your starch. And the same with vegetables are high water content food. You can eat just unlimited amount of foods and it's effortless on losing weight. Now, us that were in menopause and are going into menopause or perimenopausal, you know, it makes it so tough when those hormones are out of whack to even see the scale move a little bit. I have other videos that talk about hormone balancing, and you can check that out in my playlist with Health Over 50, and you can check it out there, or I'll make sure I'll put some videos up here that you can click on as well. But this Mary's Mini, there is something to it. There really is. I will say in the 2 weeks so far, and I just decided that I'm gonna continue on with this diet, I've already lost 5 pounds. And that was the roller coaster ride I kept going on. You know, I would fast for 48 hours, lose 4 to 5 pounds right there, and then gain it right back. Vicious cycle. So I wanted to figure out how we as a community in plant-based can just lose, eat what you want, and eat at a time that works for you. Now, I am still doing intermittent fasting. If you choose to eat your 3 meals a day, that's totally fine. Think of it this way. Examples from this diet is in the morning, hash browns. Make hash browns out of your potatoes. Just don't add like butter, dairy, anything to it, except for the condiments or spices, right? Lunchtime, you're probably having, say, fries. Make some fries in your air fryer, right? And add your vegetables to it and add your condiments to it. That's it. And at dinner, then I'm having a baked potato, or you can even mash the potato, but you can't use the dairy products and different additives that will be extra calories that you just don't need. 3 to 4 days, have your batch cooking, say a pot of rice, or if it's potatoes, make some potatoes, and then maybe you can double bake it once you're ready to pull it out of the refrigerator. You can get so creative. So I'm so excited, and this is what I've been doing for the month of December, the end of this year, and gonna start the new year with a big bang and make sure that I'm getting off those extra pounds. So I recommend this for you. Simplify your plant-based diet. And then you can start adding variety once you kind of reach your goals or get back in position where you want to be before pandemic days. And then you will see how good whole foods, plant-based diet really is for you. Wonderful for your health, wonderful for your spirit, and wonderful for your mind. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions when it comes to starting a plant-based diet, please do reach out to me. You can get me on regedited.com through my website if you like to reach out that way, or you can reach me on Instagram at regedited. Thanks again for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And don't forget that caregiving begins with you, and always keep searching for the perfect bite and balance.
I long for that feeling